Sites like eHarmony claim that scientific research has helped them develop intricate dimensions of compatibility, putting you closer to your soulmate.
eHarmony pre-screens each member for you to determine your matches based on 29 dimensions of deep compatibility.
Each site marketing itself in a different way.
Nope, still gay.
Who knows why eHarmony has rejected over 1 million people looking for love?
Find someone special in 6 months, guaranteed. Visit Match.com, where 20,000 new people join every day.
Their pitch, for example, eHarmony's pitch is essentially, why leave finding the love of your life to just personal whimsy? Why not let science, take care of the task for you with our 29 dimensions of compatibility?
For Joe and Christy, the science seemed to work.
They match you based on that lengthy 2-hour questionnaire that you initially first take, and then they match you with possibilities, and then with each of those possibilities you go back and forth with the person answering additional questions that continue to filter the people out.
Many are still skeptical, wondering if the science of matchmaking is valid.
I don't think love can be measured in that sort of like scientific sense. I think that the love is probably the most unscientific emotion.
And so you can have a very good online relationship that when you meet may not translate to a romantic relationship because some of that missing nonverbal information is now made available and you discover that it's not appealing to you.
They come up with canned multiple choice questions, so there'll be a response from Christy that says answer these 5 questions, and they're multiple choice, and they have to do with your likes and dislikes and the way you were raised or whatever the case may be. And I'll answer them, and then they'll go back to her, and then she answers maybe some of the same ones or maybe different ones. The computer, they have algorithms that flip these questions back and forth, and so I think you go through about 5 or 10 rounds of these emails, and then they allow you to talk through their system, and you can actually email each other. When I say talk, I mean email through the eHarmony system, and at that point you can exchange personal email addresses.
But at the early stages it really relies upon the discourse itself, that is the words, and that may be one of the reasons why people tend to be more open online.
While communicating over the internet may have flaws, there is no doubt that online dating companies have turned the search for love into big business.
I think it was a very good move business-wise for someone to set that up to online dating, because people are always looking for a significant other.
When you have those happy couples dancing around on saying, married since October blah, that's just trying to sell this particular product, so.
While it doesn't work for everyone, Nick and Callie really did find a match on Match.
We each have our own opinions about things, but when it comes to the big stuff, like you said, religion and politics and food, we match up pretty well. I like to cook and he likes to eat, so it works out good.
Oftentimes, people turn to online dating for fast results.
Well, to me, one thing I liked about the online dating was it just seemed very efficient to me, is that you could go online and you could look through profiles and say, okay, this is what I'm looking for. I like this, this, and this in a person, and I'm not looking for this, As
we started to get more busy in our lives, we started to have more pressure to put more time in at work, a higher economic need to maintain a standard of living. We didn't have as much time to invest in a social or a pursuit of a social life. On the other hand, technology started to evolve with webcams, emails, blogging, if you will. And once we started to really invest in web pages and the World Wide Web took off, then people started to make a connection.
I've always used the computer and the internet for everything, and I figured why not try online dating, because it's easier and you get to see more about the person from the start.
My daily routine consists of me going to class and then coming home and doing homework, so it's sort of hard to, and I'm an English major, so the boys, especially straight boys, are limited. So.
But we're going through partners faster because we can get to know them very quickly, get to know if they're going to fit our criteria or our filters, if you will, of what would be a potentially good partner, and if they don't, boop, done, next, because there's always another profile right next door.
It was one of those things that it was taking a lot of my time, but it was more efficient dating-wise. I didn't have to date as many people to find out. It wasn't like blind dating. I kind of knew what I was getting myself into before I went on the date. I was on Match for 3 months total. He was, I think, the second guy to send me an email.
So it can help accelerate it, or I think it probably moves it faster toward development and faster toward termination, depending on how that first meeting goes.
It was just, I think I dated 2 women before her, and you can kind of just tell that, you know, things aren't going to work, even if you date them for a couple weeks.
And I think we've kind of sped up that time that it would take to get to know somebody, to really understand. We've almost eliminated, if you will, through this internet dating, the dating ritual altogether.
So it was very efficient that you could scan through, so to speak, you know, 200 or 300 people and kind of just extract the ones that you would like to further investigate.
The thing that is a downside of online dating is it short circuits the interaction through which we build trust.
I figured 3 months is quite a while, so I could probably talk to a lot of people within that amount of time to find out whether it's even worth it.
There is sort of a pressure to escalate this relationship quickly. You talk and divulge a lot of information very quickly because the anonymity of being online.
It took a lot of time out of my day, but I feel like it was more efficient as far as finding somebody, figuring out who you wanted to go on a date with, because you can kind of read their profile.
We all like fast food, and we like our internet to be fast, and we want love, sex, love, and romance to be quick and easy and fast. And while there's attraction at first sight and even lust at first sight, real love takes real time.